Yes, good morning students. Today you're going to learn economics in your social studies this year. And in economics, this is Archana Khale teaching you economics. In economics you'll be learning 4 chapters. That is, the first chapter is the story of village Palampur. The second chapter is people as resource. The third chapter will be poverty, a challenge in India. And the last one to go would be the food security in India. Okay, so these are the 4 chapters in your syllabus this year which you are going to learn under economics in social studies. Okay, so as you know, this year in social studies you will be learning history, civics, geography as well as economics. And as economics is part of social science, so it is referred always as it is a social science which deals with the behaviors of the individuals as producers and consumers, and it also deals with the socio-economic aspects of the individuals in an economy, okay, in a country. Right? Now, every country has an economy. Okay, and what is this economy? Economy is a system which avails all the individuals to fulfill their needs and wants, as well as it provides the resources, okay, through which the individuals can fulfill their needs and wants. Economics is also a study of management of the income, expenditure, consumption, investment, etc. in a country. Okay, and this begins from every individual. So what does the individual need to earn? The individual needs to earn a job. Okay, and when he earns, he or she becomes part of the economic activity. So this economic system provides the individuals different occupations to do, the work they do, the different sources of their earning a living. Okay, and when the individuals work, they earn their living, they earn their income, and through their income they fulfill their different needs and wants. So when a person works, he becomes part of an economic activity, right? And economic activities are termed to be as activities which are part of production, consumption, income, investment, distribution, welfare. Okay, so these economic activities are those activities which contribute in terms of production, consumption, distribution in the economy. Okay, and when these become part of the economic activities, they also become an indicator of economic development, right? So there are also different indicators of economic development, like economic activities, non-economic activities, the sectors of the economy, primary, secondary, tertiary, national income, agricultural sector, industrial sector, the service sector, right? These all are what? These all are the different indicators. Then economic growth or occupation of the individuals is also an development indicator of an economy. Okay, so in this particular village, even the rural development is one of the indicators of the economy, right? As I said, agriculture, industry, service sector, all these are the indicators of economy which indicate that how far the economy has been developing, or what can, and accordingly the different strategies are being planned by the government in order to develop the economy. Okay, so in this lesson, children, this lesson is about the story of village Palampur. And Palampur is a village which is said to be as a rural area in economics. All the cities are termed to be as urban areas, and the villages are termed to be as rural areas when you study these in economics. Okay, so this is the story of a rural area, and as I said, rural development is also an indicator of the economic development. Okay, So under this rural area, what are the different activities which the individuals are doing? What is their occupation? How are they contributing in terms of economic activities, in terms of production, right? And what do they do for their living other than agriculture? What are the different non-farm activities? All these are being given here. And what is also the development strategy which is implemented in this rural area, that is village Palampur, right? So in this village, most of the people do agriculture, right? And as they are doing agriculture, they need different types of tools, right, which are said to be as the factors of production. Every production activity is an relationship between the input and output, and when the inputs are used to produce the output, the production process is continued, or the production process is achieved. Okay, so during this production function, the different tools which are used for production are said to be as the factors of production. Okay, and these are also said to be as the organization, okay, for production. If it is an firm or if it is an industry, then also these are required. If it is farm production, then also these are required. So everywhere, wherever the production activities take place in an economy, these instruments of economy in terms of production are required, right? And what are those? The physical capital, the fixed capital, the working capital, and human capital. Okay, right? That is land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur. These are the four: land, labor, capital, and human capital. These are the four factors of production, right? When we talk about physical capital, it is a variety of inputs required at every stage during production, which are called as fixed and working capital. Are you getting me? These are called as fixed and working capital. And what are the fixed factors? Tools, machines, buildings, which when purchased during a production process cannot be changed in a short-term period. Okay, so that is why these are said to be as fixed. Say for example, land. Land cannot be changed all of a sudden. Machinery which is used, it cannot be changed all of a sudden. A building which has been built up in a industrial plant, it cannot be changed all of a sudden, right? And the tools, when they are purchased once, they are to be used for a longer period, right? So these are the fixed capital as the term of input, which is used as production function. Then comes the working capital. This refers to the money in hand, that is the capital in hand, which is used to purchase the different factors of production. The raw material, okay, the raw material, say for example, if there is a farmer who is producing wheat on his land, okay, so what are the different raw material he would be needing? He would be needing seeds as a raw material for producing a certain amount of quintals of wheat on the land. Okay, so this raw material will become, the wheat will be becoming, or wheat will be called as a raw material. And the human capital are the human resource which utilize all these other three factors of production. Okay, now in the village, so after using these four factors of production, the production commences, the production is being done. Okay, so in the village Palampur or any of the rural areas in India, children, there are two types of economic activities altogether. What can that be? That can be the farming activities and non-farming activities. Okay, there are certain individuals who do farm production. Okay, they do agriculture in their fields. Either their farm fields are owned by themselves, or they work as a labor in the other farm owners. Okay, at the same time, these are the persons who are using all these four factors of production. Okay, and there are other farmers, who are said to be as the marginal farmers or the rich farmers. Okay, the farmers are to be classified in two terms: the marginal farmers, or the poor farmers, or the rich farmers. Rich farmers are those farmers who own their land, or they are said to be as the landowners of different lands, and the marginal and the poor farmers are said to be as those farmers who are having a small piece of land, as well as they at times work on other farm owners' lands, okay, to earn their living. And there are different other non-farm activities said to be as you can say shopkeeping, or running a small manufacturing unit, okay, or it can be the dairy farming, animal husbandry, beehiving, poultry farming, right? Dairy farming, as I said, these all are the different non-farming activities which are done by the individuals in the rural areas, okay. Many people do transportation activities also. They transport the goods produced in the farm fields or the small manufacturing units, or even at in the agro-based industries, to transport these goods in the market for sale, okay. So these transportation activities are also carried out by the individuals in the rural areas, right? So students, I have introduced economics in your social science today, and we have also learned about the first chapter in economics, that is the story of village Palampur, where we have learned about what is economy, what is economic system. We have also learned about the different indicators of economy, and one of such indicators of economy, that is rural development, has been explained in this chapter. And we have learned about the basic occupations of the people in the rural areas, as the farming and non-farming activities in our country, okay. I'm also giving you a small worksheet today, children. It is very easy. You will be able to do it very well. On the basis of the first page, you will be getting maximum answers for this, okay, right? So please do this worksheet and send it to me on either my WhatsApp number, or you can upload it on the Google Classroom, okay. If you will upload it on the Google Classroom, it will be much better, right? So please do watch this video and learn whatever I have taught you in economics today, okay.